Okay, our fifth video, we're going to draw in our braces that go in these mortises. So make sure you're familiar with how to orbit around, because we're going to use it a bit for this part. So I'm going to zoom into the top section here, and we're going to start off by clicking the extrude button, and we have to use that sketch that we used before, so down here. So we'll have to turn that sketch back on. So that was the last sketch for me, it's sketch 7, and we'll click the eyeball so we can see that sketch again. And this little rectangle that we started here, we're going to select that. It's going the wrong direction, but we'll fix that shortly. I'm going to move down here and click inside this one as well. And back to our extrude dialog here, we're going to change it from blind so it's up to face. We're going to orbit our view, so we're looking at the other side of the step ladder, and we want to click on the edge of the other back leg, and those shapes should extrude through, so that's okay, and we'll tick. Now that sketch we turned on, we can turn that off now. We don't need to see that anymore. We're going to rename these. We should have 2 new parts down there, so they're called brace 1, and the other is brace 2. Now they're not quite right yet. They're still too skinny. We need to make them bigger. So we're going to zoom in. We'll start at the top here so we can see, and a little bit underneath. So we're going to start a new sketch here, new sketch, and this time we're going to select the inside edge of one of those back legs. We're going to get our line tool, and starting in the corner of that mortise, we're going to move across to this line here. Make sure we get either parallel to this bottom edge or a 90-degree icon like so, and make sure it touches that existing edge there, and click. Escape to end that line, and line tool again. Same thing from this corner. Click, make sure it's parallel or 90 degrees. Actually, if you double click, it'll end the line as well. So we can finish that sketch. That's pretty straightforward. And we're going to extrude. We're going to extrude those 2 shapes. So this one and this one. Again, we're going to change it from blind, so it says up to face. And we have to orbit around, and now we click the inside face of that other back leg. And one more thing to fix up here. We want to change this to add. And we're going to add it, it should be brace 1. So hover over it, make sure it highlights that existing shape at the top there. If it highlights the other one, well, you need to click the other one. Sorry, we need to click merge scope, yes, and brace 1. So that makes that all one part, and we can tick to finish that extrusion. We're going to do a similar thing down here. So start a new sketch. We're going to click on this face. I'm going to zoom in. We're going to select the line tool again, same as before, bottom corner. Come across at 90 degrees, so we touch that edge and double click. Then from this corner, perpendicular or 90 degrees or parallel, double click on that edge. I'm going to orbit the view, so we're looking at the top part of this mortise joint. Click once in the corner, come across, so it's got to get that perpendicular icon, and double click against that edge. Same from this corner, There you go, perpendicular icon, double click. So we can finish that sketch by ticking, extrude tool, again, those two new shapes we did, and again, orbit around, and we're going to change it from blind, so it's up to face, and we select the inside edge of the other back leg. Again, we need to add, and the merge scope should be the other brace. So hover over it, make sure it highlights the correct one, and click. And so it should be add, and merge scope is brace 2. Tick. That has completed our 2 braces.